focus on anything but the guy that's in front of me. Because when it comes down to it, I always said this for many, many years. The fans cannot fight for you. And one thing I know I can do, I can fight. So the fans, when they shout, scream, I don't worry about nothing. I just, keep my composure and stick to the game plan. Constantly keep coming ahead, pushing him back. When he first come out for the first 20 seconds of the round, when he go back to his corner and he sit down, I said when he come out, he gonna come out for 30 seconds and fight hard, and then he gonna break. And once he break, that's when I'm gonna shoot a hard shot to the body, hit him with a hard shot up top, and keep pushing him back. Remember, I told you guys, weight doesn't win fights. Fighting wins fights. And then, when I said talking doesn't win fights, fighting wins fights. Meaning that when we was on when we was on stage for the weigh-in, I don't have to do no more talking. We fighting tomorrow, so I did enough talking on our tour, basically. So everybody said, "Oh, Mayweather, you was talking on the tour." Okay, I did a lot of talking on tour, but now it's time to fight. We're 24 hours away from the biggest fight in the world, the biggest combat fight in the world. There's no need to talk anymore. And remember, all the fans that was here, those are soccer fans. And for the international people, those are football fans. But he's a hell of a fighter. And then, I hear him talking about, you should let me go out on my back or go out on my face. No, the referee saves you because the referee is thinking about your future. Because you're still young, and we want you to be able to fight again someday. So the referee is saving you. He's not saving me. That's all I'm saying.
And Floyd, I'll say you sound pretty certain on the retirement this time around, but obviously we've heard that before. So I just want what is different this time around, and is it a different feeling than previous retirement?
Yes, I did walk away from the sport before. Very comfortable. I didn't have to come back. But like I said, we do foolish things sometimes. All of us do foolish things. But I'm not a damn fool. If I see an opportunity to make 350 million in 36 minutes, why not? I had to do it. But this is the last one. You guys have my word. I had a great career. A great career. I can't complain about anything. I can't complain about anything. Steven Espinoza, like I said before, and CBS, they gave me the biggest deal in sports history. Right?
Okay. Hi. Thank you. Karen Bryant for MMA Heat. Floyd, you talked about not sparring, and I am curious. Right here. Hey, how are you? You talked about not sparring.
I got a sharp mind. I seen you when I walked in over to the left.
Yeah, you did. You looked right at my camera. Thank you so much for that.
Okay.
It's online already. So you said you didn't spar much for the last month, and then you make the request to have the glove out size dropped. So how did that feel to you tonight? Did your punches feel different? Did they feel more powerful? How did that affect your performance, do you think?
Remember, I told you guys this. You go back and look at the last press conference. This is exactly what I said. Remember, you can give it, but I've been hit by some of the best punchers in the world throughout my career. 90% of the time, I'm dishing it out. I told Conor McGregor, this is exactly what I told him. I said, you can dish it out, but you have to be able to take it. Same way you dish it out, you have to be able to take it. Just like when you have children, you got children, and they joking with each other. One want to joke with the other, but the other don't want. But when one feeling good and the other not feeling good, they're not in the mood to joke. So, just like in boxing, most times your big punchers, they can't take it. They can take it early on, but down the stretch, they can't take it.
So my other question to you is, obviously you guys went back and forth a lot during the press conferences leading up, but Conor is always somebody who's noble in defeat. So what was he saying to you inside the ring afterwards? What does he say when you guys exchange words after the fight?
I just told him, tough. I told him, you're a tough competitor. Good fight. And keep up the good work, basically. I always want to carry myself like a gentleman, even though, you got to realize when we in the press conference, when we doing what we doing, that's my job. He's the notorious one. I'm the money man. So we got to get a fan what they want to see. When a fan, when we done the press tour, we went to four cities in 3 countries in 4 or 5 days. So when we had arenas like this packed with 20,000 fans, we got to give them a show. And a lot of people thought it was fake. No, we didn't like each other. And we probably still don't like each other, but we still had to act like gentlemen at the end of the day. I can't come here, after making, over 300 million. I'm not finna be like, oh, I don't like you. Good fight. Make your career go on.
Floyd, right here in front. Floyd, have you had a chance to talk to your kids yet? And what does it mean to you and your family to have you finally officially retired? And what does that mean to them?
I'm pretty sure they're happy. I'm pretty sure they're happy because they get to see me a lot more. Spend a lot more time together, and that's really what it's about. It's about family. I came out here first. To Vegas. Well, my uncle Roger came out here to Vegas first. And then I didn't even have no plans on moving. Actually, I didn't even have no plans on moving to Las Vegas. I came out here, turned professional at 19. Turned professional because I always talk about this story in the dressing room, at the Mayweather Boxing Club. I go in when I went to Top Rank promotion company, when I went inside the office, I looked. They said it was talking. Then they moved a piece of paper out the way. Then I seen that check. To myself, I was like, damn, I ain't never seen that many O's in my life. Because I come from poverty. I come from the inner city. The check was only $100,000. But to me, when I seen the check, it looked like $100 million because I'm from the inner city. I never seen those type of numbers. Hood rich to me is, $30 or $40, $60,000. That's hood rich. You hear about it, but when you're actually seeing 100,000, everything Top Rank was saying to me, I didn't hear anything. I just wanted to sign on a dotted line and get the check, and I feel like I was the richest man in the world at 19, receiving $100,000. But I went to the gym. I never slacked. I continue to work hard every day. I never put nothing before I put in my boxing. Nothing. I worked hard, extremely hard every day. My dad still was in prison because, my dad left my life when I was 16. When my dad came back to my life, when my dad came back to my life, I was 21. So a lot of people want to kind of know about our relationship. So it was kind of rocky. When my dad left me, I was basically a teenage kid. When he come back into my life, I'm an adult because I'm paying my own bills. I'm responsible. I got my own house. I got my own car. I got my own everything. So it's kind of hard for us to really get on the same page. He still is the best trainer that ever trained me, hands down. Because I beat all these fighters with everything that my dad taught me. There's key things in boxing that I'm just in fighting period that fighters need, and that's why I had the ups on most fighters. Is because I done those key things that my dad taught me.
Floyd, right here. Congratulations. You're famous all around the world for your defensive skills, but I was wondering how exciting it was in that 10th round when you were landing one shot after the other just before the refs stopped the fight, that, to let it go, all those, those last shots of your career.
Conor, of course. It's like a catch-22. If he didn't get knocked out, if he hit the canvas, then they would have said, why you guys didn't stop it earlier? Then when you stop it, you're going to say, oh, I didn't hit the canvas. You didn't throw a punch for a whole 1 minute and was getting hit with big shots. But like I said, I'm not here to bash Conor McGregor. I'm not here to do that. We done enough talking. I told him before, we both done a lot of talking, a lot of barking. It's time to bite. That was it.
Salvador Rodriguez from ESPN Deportes. Floyd, here, you're back.
Oh, I know you. What's up?
Yeah, thank you. Floyd, what do you think that is your legacy in the sport? What is the things that you change in this sport that you show to the young guys? What is your legacy around your career?
Run it by me again.
Yeah, what do you think that is your legacy in boxing? What do you show to the new guys? What do you change in this sport?
I think, every day, I think even communicating with Steven Espinoza of Showtime, every day we're trying to find that next Floyd Mayweather. It's not easy. It's not easy. And I'm pretty sure Steven was extremely happy when I said, we're going to do this fight. I'm the first one that talked to the CEO of the UFC. One day I was on the phone with the CEO of the UFC, and I said, yo, me and Conor can fight. And he was like, no, Floyd, not that fight. I don't think he want to fight. But eventually we made it happen. But as far as my legacy, the most important thing to me about my career is the things that I did on the outside. Making the money on the inside, but making my money work for me on the outside. That's the most important thing to me about my career.
Thank you.
Thank you. No, you got it.
Right.
Yeah, we're gonna let a few more go because that guy came to Girl Collection and gave me an interview. He went to MMA, but he cool. He didn't support my strip club.
To your left, Floyd. To your left, right here. Over here, Floyd. Rumble the towel. Black Sports Online.
What's up, family?
How you doing, my man? Thank you. Hold my laptop. I appreciate it. The question that I had for you is, now that your career is over, I was at the gym a couple of days ago. You see Adrian Broner, you see Errol Spence. A lot of these young African-American fighters look up to you, not what you did inside of the ring, but what you did outside of the ring. What are a couple of things that you try to teach these young African-American fighters who a lot of times feel like they are villainized because they're black, to make it not just inside of the ring, but outside of the ring?
Well, when these young fighters get their checks, when they get their checks, we can't think about just right now. A lot of fighters, I was like that but I got the money real young. The 100,000 that was the first check I got, but all throughout that week I got some more checks from Top Rank. So, I think by the time I was 20, probably by the time I was 20, 21, I was a millionaire. But these young fighters want to buy. They see Floyd Mayweather with all the watches, all the diamond chains, all the cars. They have to invest their money. That's very, very, very important. They have to invest their money. And that's what I try to teach them. Floyd Mayweather was able to buy a diamond chain, a car, a house, every month from smart investments. You have to, when I get with my billionaire buddies, I don't get with my billionaire buddies and say, oh, I'm happy to hang in your house. Oh, I'm happy to ride on your jet. I don't say that, oh, I'm happy to ride on your yacht. I say, teach me how you did it so I can have the same thing. So my great-grandchildren can have it. Because I try to teach these fighters that becoming rich, you become rich. Wealth is something that is established to where wealth, when you get millions every month, like myself, making $1 million, making millions every month. But I have to take my hat off to Al Heyman also, because he's a very, very shrewd businessman. He's fucking unbelievable. Al Heyman is unbelievable, and we all know. Al Heyman he don't really like his name mentioned. He like to stay behind the scenes. But everything that we came together and did is remarkable. When I wanted the biggest deal in sports history, him and Steven got together and we made it happen. With everything, with all the jets, with the 3 private jets and mansions all around the world, he was a part of everything, helping me reach everything that I wanted to do in life. So, you know what I mean? And a lot of people keep on saying, they think that Sam Watson is Al Heyman. Al Heyman is the guy that's probably in here tonight, but he's probably sitting up there. You know, he like to lay behind the scenes. Hell of a guy, though. And anytime I went to him or I went to Steven, I went to CBS, I went to Showtime, everything that I asked of them, they did. Even like with the Hublot deal. You know, I got on, of course I got on the Hublot right now because I cut a multi-million-dollar deal with Hublot. You know, I made millions and millions of dollars with Hublot just for, you know, less than 30 minutes. You know, I'm talking about millions of dollars. And then also, you know, like I said before, I learned how to work smarter, not harder. No different from this. You know, I got this hat on up here for a reason. And normally you guys would see me with a money team hat on. So you know they had to pay a hefty price for me to have this hat on. So that's just how it works. Where we at? Next question.
How you doing, Floyd? Tony Centeno, Vibe Magazine. Before the fight, you released a 42-track playlist, Hard Work and Dedication. Now tonight, you know, before and after, what kind of records were playing in your ear, aside from the records from that playlist?
On my way, you know, to the venue, when I was playing, everybody always see me on social media with the old school iPod. Because the new school iPod, you're not able to shuffle the songs. But the old school iPod, you can have more diamonds on the old school iPod, and you're able to shuffle the songs. But what I'm listening to is I like a lot of old school music. You know, a lot of old school music. Come on in, Conor. I'm listening to a lot of old school music, a lot of old school R&B, a lot of old school rap.
What about that Bodak Yellow?
Who?
Bodak Yellow? Cardi B?
Cardi B, she's making a mark. You know, she's done an amazing job to come from, you know, a cast of loving hip hop to having a big song. She's truly amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, you know, to the podium, I like to call up the notorious one, Conor McGregor.
What's up, everybody? Hello. Put my whiskey down, Notorious Irish whiskey. Coming soon. Do I answer questions or do I just rattle on? Rattle on? No problem. It was a good fight. Thought I smoked them the early rounds. I thought I pushed you up the early rounds, but I tell you what, you're one composed individual. You didn't get rattled. You tucked in when you needed to tuck in. I thought you switched up your game plan 3 times. You came out looking to box. I thought you were being outboxed early on. You looked to play against the ropes like you looked to play. You were getting picked off there. And then you came in, hands up towards your forehead, dipped in, forehead on the chest, and started to fight that kind of fight. I didn't anticipate that. Three game changes in the fight. That's what a true champion does. Much respect. You came with it. You know what I mean? I got to give respect to that. It was a hell of a fight. I would have liked to see the end of the 10th. I think fatigues. There's like a patch. There's a patch somewhere in the middle of fights. Even with the Diaz 2 fight, I have this patch where I must overcome. I get a little wobbly, and I start but it's more fatigue. And I can't. If you look at the Diaz 2 fight, I came through that. Came back round 4, round 5. I would have liked to see the end of round 10 and see where it brought us. But hell of a competitor. Switched it up. Kept the pressure. Got to give your hat off to Floyd. A hell of a career. Congratulations. It was a good fight. It was a bit of fun, right? It was a bit of fun. I have to say I enjoyed it. The boxing game is a lot different than the mixed martial arts game from everything, the approach to it. I thought the referee done a great job as well. I do feel it was a little bit early, but I respect his decision, and I thought he done an amazing job. I thought he let the fight flow where it should have flown. I think Floyd's frames were nice. When he throws the shots, he doesn't smother his hook, he frames. And early on, when he was framing on me, I was shucking him and taking his back. But I'm like, midway through the fight, when I got his back, the referee just resetting us in the middle. I'm like, somewhere in the middle of all that, I was like, I'm using valuable energy here to get to this man's back. and then we're just being reset to go again. So it kind of frustrated me a little bit, and he was able to capitalize on it. He's very very composed, picks his shots very well, bounces shots off himself very well, and hides himself well. You know what I mean? I believe he was hurt a few times, but he keeps his composure. He doesn't show it. So, look, I enjoyed it. I hope you all enjoyed it. It was a fun fight.
Hey, Conor, straight ahead of you here.
Yeah.
Congratulations on a great performance tonight. I wonder if you referenced it a little bit about boxing and MMA are different. Can you kind of expand on that a little bit and explain what you liked about the boxing business and what you prefer about the MMA business?
You know, the check is all right. The check's not bad. Very good. But look, I'm gonna try and I've already been raising the MMA check, so don't get it twisted. I'm still gonna raise the MMA checks when I go back there. Not just the whole. It's just a lot more. I don't know what the fuck the difference is, but it's different. It's very different. It's just a little bit more cleaner or something. But I tell you what, I enjoyed it very, very much. It was an honour for me to come over here in the boxing side and showcase my skills. I know there was a lot of disrespect and disregard for my skill. You know what I mean? I'm a multiple weight free fighting world champion. I was a little bit taken back by the disrespect and the disregard that I was shown. In fairness, Floyd and his team never actually showed that disrespect. It was just the overall, everyone else. And it was almost like a little bit of a jealousy thing, so I kind of just got over it. But the disrespect for my skill set was a little bit, you know, it took me back a little bit. But I always knew that when the fight comes around, August 26th, I'm going to show up and I'm going to give a good account of myself. And I thought I'd put him out there, and I went to put him out. And I believe the first couple of shots flustered him, and I hit him a few times, but then he started reading it, and then he started parrying the shots well. He did a good strong parry on his lead hand. He dipped low, caught the body shots well. When he started engaging in his right hand to the body, I thought it was very well. I enjoyed the fight. It was a great contest, and a lot of stuff I'll take with me in my training. That's people ask me what's next. I'm not quite sure what's next. I have multiple titles in the UFC to think about. I can also continue in the boxing game. So what's next for me is continue to study and continue to learn. I'm a student of martial arts and fighting as a whole. I've studied everyone in the game, in all games, including Floyd. And it was an honour to share the ring with him and get up close and personal. I feel I held my own, really. I feel it was close. I feel 5-4. I feel it was 5-4 into round 10. I would have liked him to get to the bell to see what was what.
Conor, this was the longest fight of your career, your previous longest.
Oh, that whiskey tastes so good. Oh, shit. Notorious Irish whiskey. Coming soon. I don't think I stop for half a second. I'm going to take over the Irish whiskey market. And this is delicious, so keep an eye out for it.
Conor, I was basically mentioning it. It was really around the 26th, 27th minute when a lot of the damage started to accumulate and add up. Did you feel that there was some sort of difference going a lot longer than you had previously?
Of course. One of the main things in camp was go from 5 rounds to 12 rounds. That was obviously the main fucking thing. I had to experience that 12-round fatigue. And in the spars, with all my sparring partners, when I do the 12 rounds, there was always those middle rounds where I was like, I'd get to say 6, and then I'd be like, I couldn't see the finish line. I'd be like, fuck, I've got so many more rounds left. And I couldn't see the finish line. But then when I got through them, I got to like round 10, 11, certainly 11 and 12, I could say, okay, there's only 6 minutes left, and I could dig deep, and then I'd get that second win. That's why I would have loved it if I could have just got to the end of that 10th round. But the referee, I thought, done a great job. I thought he let the fight play, and I thought Floyd was phenomenal in there. Very composed, very select with his shots. And that's it. We live and we learn.
And Conor, there was also some discussion that your body actually looked a little bit different for the boxing match as it did for MMA. How did you rebuild your body, especially in the midsection, for the boxing fight? And how long will it take you to adapt your frame again to come back to MMA?
I think the more you engage in wrestling and grappling, the upper body gets a little bit more blocky, a little bit more full. Whereas when I was engaging in boxing training solely, it was more cardiovascular based. So the body was trimming out. And then obviously I put in the stomach work. I knew they were coming for he was coming for the body. And his straight right hands to the body were nice. They were timed well. They were set up well, and fair play to him. Fair play to him. But I will get back into my jiu-jitsu training. I will get back into my freestyle wrestling training. I will start engaging in my kicking again, and we'll see what's next. I'll also look to adjust and prepare for a fighter that comes in with his forehead first and his hands up. Oh, in camp, I had one sparring partner that fought like that, but everyone else kind of fought in that kind of traditional Philly shell style, or even a little bit more light in the feet, or a little bit more back against the ropes. But I only had one sparring partner that actually came and pressed forward. He had a bit of weight on me. And I only sparred him for the first 6 rounds. And then I'd move on to someone else. And I can't help but feel the way the fight panned out, the way Floyd adjusted, and I adopted that style. If I'd have had more of him in the later rounds in sparring, I would have been more prepared for that feeling. And I wouldn't have wasted some shots on the guard and on the gloves. And I would have been a little bit better prepared for that.
Conor, it was a fun fight tonight for sure, and I think you proved some doubters wrong. But of course, MMA fans want to know when they're going to get you back in the UFC cage.
I'm young, I'm fresh, and I'm ready. I mean, I was just tired in there, I feel. You know what I mean? He caught me with some nice shots, but I wasn't dazed or rattled or anything like that. So I was just bollocksed, is the term we call it in Ireland. So we'll see what happens. I'm going to hit. I beat a childhood friend of mine is getting married. I'm going to charter out a 100-foot yacht, maybe for a day. Fuck that, paying for the whole thing, the whole whack. And just rally it for the day, have a big party on it, take a load of pictures, and then just get the fuck off it. That's probably my plans, and then I'll see what's next.
You built to this over a long time. You saw this. Certainly you wanted to get the win, but what's next? How can you take this to the next level? What's the next vision?
Haven't I? I don't know. This was some buzz to come in and face this man, and so many doubters, so many. It's never gonna happen. Like even think it's never gonna happen. Remember that time? This fight is never gonna happen, and I always stood like, we can get this fight happen. Then it was like, I'm not gonna lay a glove, and there were so many things to overcome, and I just enjoyed the whole experience. So I'm just relishing in it for now. I have many options in mixed martial arts. I'm sure there's options now that will present themselves in the boxing game. Right now I'm a free agent. My name is on the ring. There you go, McGregor Sports and Entertainment on the ring, in a boxing ring. That's something to be proud. I'm very proud of that. So I'll see what's next, but I'm open. I love competing. I love a good fight. Tonight was a damn good fight, and that's why you're seeing me up here with my head, my heart, you know what I mean? Show my heart. I enjoyed myself, and that's it. Long may it continue, and we'll see what's next. I can't tell you exactly what's next, but no, something will be next.
Conor, you said you saw the fight 5-4 when it was stopped. One of the judges had you winning the first 3 rounds where you were clearly the aggressor and Floyd was studying your style, but the other 2 judges had it 8-1 in favor of Floyd. Does that surprise you a bit?
I think that's very, very biased. I'm actually shocked at that. I thought I won the first 3 rounds clearly. 4th round could be argued either way. We'll say 3-1, and then he started to take over then, and I thought I snuck in round 8. Then he won 9 and then got the stoppage in 10. So what was that? 5-4 into the final round, and he got the win. But in reality, all that means nothing. He got the win. Respect to him. I enjoyed it. I thought I done okay. I thought I switch hit it a few times. He was wide to that. I know Paulie was on the phone to him telling him certain movements, but I switched through the lead hook, and he pulled from it a few times beautifully. Then I switched it up and hit the lead to the body. I caught him once or twice with that. He's a smooth operator in there. He's not 50 for no reason. So I just enjoyed the whole process of it. I would have liked to see the final bell. I think I deserve to see the final bell, but what can you do? I certainly, you can say what you want I put in so much work for this. I worked my fucking ass off. Like, I really properly worked my ass off. And there is something, like, I need to get over. I need to figure out why there is these dips in the middle area of a fight. It happens to me a few times, and I just need to figure it out and keep pushing and keep going and keep striving. I've reached great heights, and I will continue to reach great heights and continue to improve and get better. And that's what it's all about. We compete, we get better, and we come back.
Conor, just to your right, apparently was hopping, bouncing back home there tonight in Dublin and in Ireland. Obviously, we saw in Las Vegas here, the Irish crowd have travelled in their droves as well. Have you just got a message for your fans back home and the people who've travelled over this weekend?
You know what? We represent ourselves with pride wherever we go. We raise that flag so high and so much. Like, I had a big fur coat. They made me a big fur coat, and it was them. It looked like something Ric Flair would have worn. Like a really flashy yoke. It came down and dragged on the back that I was going to wear to the ring. And I was like, you know what? It looks great, but I just want to wear the Irish flag. And I just parked it off and rocked the Irish flag. We're just proud people. We love to fight. We love anyone that can stand toe-to-toe and fight. And that's what we show respect to anyone that comes in and does it. So I'm just very proud of my people and my country, like I always am. It's been a great ride, and long may it continue.
And that's it. Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor made history tonight. Over $80+ million at the gate, the largest gate for a sporting combat event, the largest pay-per-view. We're hearing right now that they've passed the Manny Pacquiao number for Mayweather Pacquiao. That the numbers have exceeded Mayweather Pacquiao. So you're hearing that here first. We'll get the official numbers later. But there it is. It's your boy Carcino, BoxingSocialist.com. I'm out.